I got into a Bachelor of Nursing program at Western Sydney University. I actually did about 2 years of my nursing degree during the COVID-19 pandemic. Those qualities are what you need to grow as a nurse. Hey guys, it's Lita. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Vlogmas. I will be trying to do Vlogmas this year, and for Vlogmas Day 1, I will be sharing with you guys my skincare routine before night shift, while I'm also talking about what it's like to study nursing in Australia. So let's get to it. It's currently 4:30 p.m. and I don't start work until 7, but I want to take my time so that I can talk to you guys and explain to you guys what it's like to study nursing. So the first thing that I will be doing is to cleanse my face, and I will be using this Ionic Centella Mild Cleansing Foam. And yes, let's get to it. So you just lather it. By the way, the combination of my skin is oily and dry at the same time. But it actually depends on the weather. If it's hot, I'm more oily. And then we rinse. Right, and then I have already cleansed, so we're gonna go in the room and I'll be telling you guys what it's like to study nursing in Australia. So now let's talk about how I got into nursing in Australia. But first, I want to show you guys. The first thing I will do after I do my cleansing would be to put on my toner pad, and this is from Mediheal, which is the Medicassicide blemish pad. You can use it either day or night. So I'm gonna be putting on 2, one for each cheek. So you put it here, that, and you let it sit there for a little bit. So how I got into nursing school, pretty much just like any other high school student. Just saying, yeah, I'm a domestic student, so I did my high school first, and then after that I needed a solid ATAR score, which in Australia it's like the tertiary admission rank. It's like a point-based system that is used to determine which university you'll go to. So for nursing, you typically need at least 50 something ATAR. Don't quote me, don't get me wrong, it's different for each university, but I worked really hard in high school to get a really good ATAR score, and thankfully I made the cut. And then I got into a Bachelor of Nursing program at Western Sydney University. So I'm just gonna let this one sit here. The Bachelor of Nursing at Western Sydney University is a 3-year full-time degree. You can also do it part-time, but it will just take you longer, and it is designed to give you a mix of theoretical knowledge and practical experience. It is structured so that from the first year you focus more on the theoretical component, very basic stuff like anatomy, physiology, and the foundation nursing skills. As you progress, the coursework gets more specialized. Like for example, in your second year you learn about things like pharmacology, mental health, and patient care, while also having hands-on experience, of course, through clinical placements. And then in the third year, you're pretty much just hitting the ground running. The focus more on advanced clinical skills, leadership, healthcare policies, preparation for your new grad interview, and things like that. So after I've rubbed it all over, I use the Anua Heart Leaf Toner, 77% soothing toner. Usually I let it sit for a little bit. People use this with a cotton pad. I just use my fingers, my palm, really. And then you just dab it like that. I actually did about 2 years of my nursing degree during the COVID-19 pandemic, so things were definitely not normal. The program, like many others, had to quickly shift to online learning, which was tough for a nursing degree that typically involves a lot of hands-on work. So even though we're studying online, the clinical placement still went ahead, and it was really, really difficult with all of the restrictions, like you have to put a mask on, you have to be on top of all of your vaccinations and all that stuff. So this meant that I had to juggle Zoom lectures, virtual tutorials, and then go out to the hospitals or clinics and apply what I was learning online in real time. So it was definitely difficult. After that, now that my face is a little bit more sticky, I'm gonna be putting the Madagascar Centella Ampule from Skin 1004. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my face. I'm gonna put this. This is a serum, by the way. So after the toner, I usually put a serum. Honestly, it was challenging to learn all the complex nursing theories through a screen, because I personally prefer doing all of the practical component at school, but that was very difficult to do with the COVID restrictions. Like, being able to put that theory into practice at the clinical placement kept me grounded and motivated though. It's the perfect example of how nursing education in Australia balances theory and practical experience. Put this one underneath, and then you let that sit. My favorite part of the nursing program in Western Sydney University is the professional practice experience, or the PPE. This unit, you take it from year 1 all the way to year 3. So it's like PPE 1 through 6, because there's 2 semesters for each year. And what makes it unique is that it's where you get to apply the theory you're learning in class directly to patient care. Every placement taught me something new, whether it's taking vital signs for the first time, learning how to administer medications, or just observing or interacting with different types of patients. And then lastly, I have to put on my Ilion moisturizer. By the end of the program, I've already had hands-on experience with all kinds of clinical healthcare settings, and I felt more confident with my nursing skills. If you want to know, I did aged care, critical care, lots of wards, and on top of that, I was also working as an assistant in nursing in hospitals. So I really had a lot of experience. It really depends on each person how you would like to study your degree and make the most out of it. I personally wanted to work while I was studying, because not clinical placements, you observe nurses. You learn from nurses, but the real hands-on experience comes from when you're actually working. So it helps when you're also doing assistant and nursing jobs, just so you can also observe nurses that are working with you closely, that won't treat you as if it's like a teacher-student kind of relationship. If you're working while you're studying, it's like you're part of the multidisciplinary environment while also learning from them at the same time. Now I'm gonna be putting on a Resurrection Grass Moisturizing Facial Mask. It improves dry and dull skin, makes skin radiant, moist, and smooth. There you go. So it looks like this is the last part of my routine, pretty much. If you guys want to know more about work and stuff, just let me know in the comments. But in this vlog, I'll only be talking about my nursing school experience, obviously. So, one of the most rewarding things about clinical placements for me is that it's not just about doing the task, it's also about building your communication skills with patients and the healthcare team, learning to think critically and developing professionalism, especially in high pressure environments, like for example if you're working in ED or ICU. It's honestly one of the things that sets nursing apart from other fields, is for you to build that resilience and critical thinking just solely from the start of studying. It really taught me about resilience, time management, and how to adapt quickly, and those qualities are what you need to grow as a nurse, and you really don't get it from textbooks online. Like, the textbooks can just easily tell you that you need these qualities, but for you to be able to actually have those qualities, like to possess it with you all the time, you'll need it from experience. So one thing that really helped me during this time, especially with the online learning, COVID pandemic and things like that, was the support from my professors and my peers at Western Sydney University. Despite all of the challenges with all of that online, transitioning online and having to mix theoretical and practical framework. They have given us a lot of resources that you can find in our library, like recorded lectures. They also give us extra tutorials and online forums where we can talk to peers and other professors. And also, the career prospect of being a nurse in Australia is really great. Like, the Australian healthcare system is always in need of qualified nurses, and the starting salary for a registered nurse is typically around 70 to 80,000 per year. It also goes up as you gain experience, and there are so many different pathways for career growth. Like, whether you want to specialize in areas like pediatrics or critical care, emergency, or if you just want to go up to education or management, which is what I'm currently doing right now. So now, my face looks so shiny, glowy. So that is a little insight of my experience studying nursing in Australia, from competitive entry requirements to unique combination of online learning and clinical placements during COVID. It was definitely a challenge, but it was a rewarding journey as well. At the moment, I am a registered nurse working in government hospital, and I can also tell you a lot about my experiences working if you would like to know about it. And if you are thinking about pursuing nursing, it just takes a lot of hard work, but it will be absolutely worth it. Anyways guys, that is all for today's video. This is Vlogmas Day 1. If you guys have any questions or want to hear more about my nursing journey or studying in Australia, please let me know. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos. We're only 24 days before Christmas, so really excited for that, but I will be working, sadly. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys for my next vlog. Bye!